So now we are going to do the hands-on in this first module, and we are using Scilab application to this hands-on. Okay, so let's get straight to it. The first one thing to do is open the gist directory to your file and open the polarization file, and after that there is a GUI in front of you. It's going to be open, and here we're going to do the hands-on for the first session, and it's about the kinds of polarization of antenna. So okay, in this first section we're going to look about the polarization of antenna. The first one, this is called the vertical linear polarization. As you can see here, the movement of uh, its polarization perspective from the two direction, it's move up and down repeatedly, and it's only in one axis, this vertical axis. And as you can see here, the movement it's just in one axis. In here it's going to right and left respectively, and second one here is linear horizontal polarization. It's same like the linear vertical polarization, but it's same movement in one dimension but in different axis. As you can see here, it's moved in the horizontal axis. And after that we have ellipsis polarization. As you can see here, it's moved rotating with different radius in each point of the dimension in here. And if we project this movement, it's gonna make an ellipse shape. Okay, and the last one is the circular polarization. It's move rotating with the same radius, so it makes a circle, as you can see here, because the radius from this 0 from the axis points, it has the same radius in each point. Okay, as you can see here, and as you can see here, the movement of the circular polarization here prospectively, if you look from the front of this electromagnetic wave, it's move clockwise, as you can see, or we call it right hand. So what if we're going to change it into the left hand? As you can see, the movement from the right hand and the left hand, it's move reverse from the right hand of circular polarization. As you can see here, it has the same radius and same movement, but in different phase. Okay, because the reverse movement itself, it only changed the direction in here. And in circular polarization in here, we're going to make it into right hand again. What if we move the axial ratio in here, and the range is from 1 to 10. So if we move it, and the more we make it into the maximum range, the movement of the, as you can see here, from the TX, the movement from the polarization, it's getting narrower and near the only in one axis. So as we can conclude that axial ratio in here is gonna affect the polarization into a linear polarization. Okay, so the axial ratio in here means if it's equal 1, it's called the circular, and if you make it into the middle in here, it's closely to call the ellipsis polarization. And the last one, if you make it into maximum in here, it's getting near in only one axis, and it's called the linear polarization. Okay, so the circular polarization, it's in range of 1, and if the ellipsis polarization it's it's more than 1, and the last thing is the linear polarization, it's more than 1, or it's getting bigger than 10, or in the maximum of its range. Okay, so after that we're going to back again into linear vertical and linear horizontal. So in here we're going to move the tilt angle in here. So what if we're going to move it, we're going to change its number value in each tilt angle in here. As you can see, the movement of this polarization is going to be changed. It's going to change about 55 degree. As you can see, it's from up and above, and now it's in the left side. And if you move it 90 degree, it's perpendicular from the uh, the 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 first thing if we don't change the tilt angle. Okay, so if we move it into 90 degree, and also its interval like 90 and 180, it's gonna make the polarization itself, it's going to be change the direction and the movement. Okay, so maybe it's done for the first section, and we're going to meet into other section. Okay.